Hi. Hi, guys. Oh, it's so hot. This is an experiment, okay? Namaste. My name is Katrina, but nobody's on, so. Donna Becca! Hi! Donna, I have a very important question for you because I thought YouTube did something to me because I got a copyright strike for playing music, I think. Or I don't know what it was from. Maybe it was from April 8th when I was in New Jersey and I played um, a little bit of a news report on the what is that called? Whatever happened on April 8th, where the moon goes in front of the sun. I forget what that's called. Anyway, the last couple of times I tried to go live, it didn't work. And I didn't know if it was my house or I thought maybe it was YouTube. So I'm trying to see, I'm only on less than 2 minutes. This is a test to see if I can actually go live anymore. And because did anybody, MB, since you're the only one here, or anybody who's here, did you see me reading my manuscript last night, my memoir? Did anybody see that? Because I looked for it on my phone when I woke up, right? Because I think I fell asleep reading it. Because I took my sleep medicine as usual, right? I just wanted to read a couple of pages and chillax. Hi, WW. Namaste. So this is a test for entertainment reasons only. I haven't worn this shirt in a long time. Whatever I do is for entertainment reasons only. Okay? Oh my God, it's like 110, but I just had to get out of that house. I've been getting such bad migraines lately. I'm on Excedrin migraine. Like, I try not to take it more than once a day, but I've been sitting in pain. It's like somebody cut off the top of my head and went like this to my brain and hit it. Sometimes it's the back of my head. I'm coming through awesome. All right. I'm so glad. But did you guys, anybody see me reading something called my manuscript last night? I don't know where I did that. If I did it on TikTok, then it disappears. If I did it as a live on TikTok, but I don't think I did. I don't think I went live on TikTok last night. I only did it once. I did it yesterday afternoon. I put in a different birthday, but the same year, and it worked. And then it opened up, but I don't even know what I was talking about. I didn't recognize anybody. Hi, Rain Cloud. You're in Dallas? Yes, it's really hot, isn't it, in Dallas? I think it's going to be 110 today. It's every day it's been like 108, 109, and now I think 110. But I just had to get out of the house. You went to see your granddaughter? Oh, that's nice. The eclipse. Thank you, WW. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah. So on the eclipse, I was in New Jersey. I was with my brother-in-law. My sister Karen was working. My sister Christine was in the hospital. My sister Susan was working. My brother, who knows what he was doing because he doesn't talk to me and anymore. And so I was at my brother-in-law's waiting for my sister Karen to get home from work so we could all go to the hospital. I stayed there 4 days. And what happened was actually 4 days. And then, so I went outside and I showed him what was going on, my brother-in-law Jimmy. And then we went back in and it was on the news and they were showing like the moon looked purple, the moon looked green, all these things. So I did a little video like 3 minutes and then another one 5 minutes. And that's the only thing I can remember from that date. I look back, I did dance things, I think I did a dance thing. I'm not even sure. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. If it's working now, we're 5 minutes in, then I'm happy. Hey, Eileen Root! How you doing, Bayo? I'm so glad you're here. Seaside. Yes, I'm from New York, but I live in Texas now. But my heart and my soul's in Staten New York. Solar eclipse. That's right. Hi, Letty. Is it Letty or Letty? Let me know. Okay. So apparently, I was trying to do this live to make sure that I could still do lives, and I guess I can. I guess the signal is bad in my house now, and that's something we have to call for, because it happened like 2 days in a row where I was trying to go live, and that's where you see me. I was going to erase all those, but then I said, hey, it was like 3 seconds of me going, are we live? Another 5 seconds, 2 minutes of me saying, are we live? And then it would cut off. I was going to erase them, but then I realized I got 20 views for one. I think I got 70 views for another one. So I said, hey, I'm leaving that crap up. It's good for the algorithm. So what I'm trying to find out is if anybody saw me reading my memoir. Anybody who follows me every day. I read my memoir, but I don't know where I read it to. So maybe it was TikTok. Or maybe I just never read it. I fell at the table. Because it was really a headache day with the banging of the, they just finished the roof today. It's black. I want to try to get a picture of it. So come with me on a ride along. Plus, it's really hot in this spot. Even though it is shady, the car is like 1,000 degrees. So let me just, I was feeling orange today. Well, this isn't orange. It's like autumn. It's like an autumn color. Even though it doesn't feel autumn here. Happy Friday, everybody. Oh. Happy Friday. Friday. I just hope the conditioner starts working. Who's there? I don't know if it's gonna be too hot. Then I was gonna, before I go to the store, I disconnected. Okay. No, you didn't see it? All right. Let me just get to a spot because I disconnected. Let me get to a nice little spot that has trees, which is right here. Hopefully nobody will call the cops over here. I'm not going to be near the mailbox. I'm just going to be right here so that I could sit in the shade. Oh, I used to come to this spot and do Shanann videos back in the day. Oh, it is nice in this spot. Okay, so how you doing, MB? How's Michigan? Are you so because I got a copyright strike, I thought that I wasn't allowed to stream. I wasn't allowed to do videos anymore. But April 8th was so long ago. It's just that I forgot. So this is, it's just that I forgot. So this is a tester. I'm through awesome. Oh, thank you. So nobody, yeah, it keeps, and my battery is full because I'm in the 80s. My phone's in the 80s. So, all right, I'm going to try it again later on when I'm home because I want to make sure that I'm able to still stream. And we are going through, when the guys were on the roof doing the roof, right? Oh, I didn't take a picture yet. I don't want to go over there because somebody's home, so I don't want to bump into somebody. So when the guys went on the roof yesterday, they disconnected the TV, so we didn't have TV. And then they said they put it back, but it didn't go back up. So then I was gonna watch Netflix last night, and then instead of doing that, I was like working at my table, and I was gonna finish my video of reading my memoir, because some people wanted me to read my memoir, and I was looking for my poems and stuff. I have a whole folder of poems from back in the day, back in the like 90s, 80s, 90s. And I couldn't find it last night, but you know, I look for things too late at night. So I would look for it during the day. But I said, no, let me go finish my memoir, because I read 10 pages of it on one of the lives in the past, right? Then I also have Capricorn. I don't know whether I should do it now. I have notes on Capricorn, emergency messages on Capricorn. And then I also had Scorpio. I wonder if I should do it. The Scorpio. Because I'm afraid like the video is going to go in and out. But anyhow, in case anybody wants or doesn't want, I will do my memoir. I'm going to read it from, it's all 33 pages. I'm going to reread it on a video, because the video I could really do. It's not going to stop and start. And I still have to do Leo, but I'm not in any rush because nobody's been saying anything. Hey, where's the Leo vid? So if I want to change my style a little bit, I could change it. But yeah, I've been having these messages for Capricorn pretty strongly, so I wonder if I should do it. I know we have... Wait, WW, what sign are you? Are you a Leo or are you a Cancer? I know MB, Donna Becker, you're a Cancer, and Eileen Root, she left. She probably had to go back to work. She is Sagittarius. Rain Cloud, what is your sign? It was hot there too? Oh wait, Eileen Root's still here. Eileen Root is a Sagittarius. MB, Donna is a Cancer. And I'm not sure, WW, are you a Leo or are you a Cancer as well? Let me know. Hi, Bex. Happy Friday. I didn't see you come in. I must have been driving. Aquarius, Miranda, you're Aquarius. I had something for Aquarius because I think, isn't Mercury in retrograde in Aquarius right now? I don't always know all of that. I know about the Lion's portal and Mercury retrograde. Okay, and we will have that until the 29th. We'll start to feel a little bit better, less like crazy. August 29th. Yeah, let's do a card. Let's do a card, a collective card for you guys. Where's my cards at? Oh, here they are. Let's do a collective card. Okay. And I have a card, angels and spirit guides, archangels, and I have a collective card for my collective sassy subs out there. Please and thank you. He said take 3. Okay. So, think about a question that you've been having or a problem situation that you have. I can't get my stand in my car is broken, so it just goes where it wants to go. But entertainment reasons only. Okay. So think of a question. I'm going to pick 3 cards. One of the cards might resonate, or all 3 of the cards might resonate with your question. Can I have some advice from the angels, archangels? Thank you. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you. Okay. So the first card, sorry about all this, I'm giving you whiplash. The first card is family culture. Learn more about your family's stories and histories, and that could help you with maybe a question that you've been having. I gotta hold this because it is straight up making me look even fatter than I am. Okay, so here we go. Can you see that? Okay, so it says learn more about your family's stories and history. Okay, and that might help you with, like, maybe sometimes we're having problems in our life and then we find out, hey, Uncle George used to have that same problem, or Aunt Mary used to suffer from migraines, and it's in your family history or your family's culture. You'll know in the morning somebody's answer to somebody's question out there. You having a problem or a question about something, it says you will know in the morning, and when you wake up you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. They don't want you, today's Friday, don't do anything. And no, I did not go to work today. They haven't been calling me. Well, there was one job, but it's across town and it's a school I don't go to. I'm very picky on schools because I've been put through the ringer and I am not going to be abused in my last year of work. And that's what I always say. So if it's not a certain school that I want to go to, that I can go to, then I just say no to it. But it was literally one school that is about 6 miles away from here, and I don't go there. And even Devin wouldn't drive me there because we had the roof guys come again this morning from 7 to about 11, and they had to finish up. Okay, so when you wake up, you will have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. Wait till you see this beautiful card. She's like all in purple. She's standing in a tree. She's on a horse. No, she's on a unicorn because these are unicorn cards. Isn't that beautiful? I made the other day, I don't know if I told you guys, but I was having a lot of stress. There was a lot of stress going on in my house. So or my family, actually, I should say, in my family. Not so much in this house, but like in my family back in Jersey. My sister who's sick. They were trying to take her to the hospital. She refused to go to the hospital. She was in her bed and for a month and not taking her meds and not eating. So it was a whole big mess. But now she's eating a little bit, and my sister Karen was able to get her out of the bed after a month of being in the bed. Anyhow, she just doesn't want to go to the hospital. So, she's down to 118 pounds. But anyhow, so I started painting a canvas. I was like, I really shouldn't be doing this. There's so many things to do. I should be cleaning this and that. But I did empty my suitcase from New Jersey from that wedding. That it was sitting there since since June 6th. And then remember, we went to the airports and didn't get to go to the wedding, and then came home. Well, that suitcase was there, and so I think it was Monday. I asked God to help me, and I undid that suitcase. It was packed full of clothes. That's why I have no right to ever buy another thing in clothes-wise. I really don't. I have so many clothes. I have work clothes. I have relaxing clothes. I have clothes from the past. But I throw out a lot of clothes. Well, I give it away to. I just have too many clothes. And then when I moved to Texas, I couldn't use any of my sweaters. I couldn't use any of my long sleeve shirts because it's dang hot here. Forever. It is hot. So like you could go to school with a jacket or a sweater on. You need that in the air conditioning. In the schools, they have the air on constantly, even in the winter. And so you need to start your day with maybe a sweater or two sweaters or a coat and a sweater under that, so that you could be warm in the classroom. Then as the day goes on, you best be having a short sleeve shirt on so that you could start taking the layers off, okay? Because it'll start out as 30 degrees in the morning, going to work at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. And then by the time you get out at 3:30, it could be 98 degrees. True story. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I did this paint, started it, didn't finish it, and it's Jesus, and he's holding. I did it before, but I wanted to do it again. He's a little girl is holding his hand, and she looks like she's reading his palm. And the little girl looks like me, all except I never really had that. My hair never was like in a cut like hers, but she's straight up looking at Jesus, looking at his hand, and like touching the lines of his hand. Maybe she's touching the holes in his hand. But I decided I was going to be white because a lot of people are attracted to my white paintings. And I said, no, I got to go with what I'm feeling. So it's a little bit this color mixed with white. I'm very attracted to this color, even though he didn't do a good job. He didn't buff them. They're all sharp and everything. And I never complained, but I will never go back to him. When I do make an appointment to go, and it can't be until mid-September, I will tell them on the phone that I am never going back to him again. And he did my pedicure too, and it was really embarrassing because the person that does your nails never does your pedicure. All of a sudden he was there. So anyhow, sorry about that. So this is supposed to be your reading, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm just saying, like, do little things to cheer yourself up. So when I cleaned the suitcase and got the suitcase away, then I had a basket full of like 3 months of clothes. Devin does all the laundry, but Devin doesn't put it away, of course, can't be too much of a princess, right? So I needed to empty out that whole basket, hang up clothes, throw out some clothes that doesn't fit me or I don't wear. So I make a bag for that to bring to the Goodwill. And I ended up making 2 big bags of Goodwill. One bag was garbage. But anyhow, I did that, and I said to God, thank you for helping me do that, because I hate being in my room. It's a weird thing. But what I did was I put on podcast. I put on videos so I could just listen to videos, and that helped me. So the next step is going to be dusting and vacuuming in that bedroom. Get out the bags that I have to bring to Goodwill. I have one back here waiting for months to go to Goodwill. Okay, here's your last one. And of course, I'll do a different deck because I feel like I went off on a tangent and that's not right. Okay, true. Yes, what you've been asking about is the truth. So somebody had a question. Look how beautiful this card is. Somebody, when I said, think of a question that you have, right? I'm sorry I'm an egghead. But think of a question that you have. And somebody's answer to the question was, yeah, it's true. Yes, what you've been asking about is the truth. So somebody out there is wondering, this is what I just heard. Is somebody taking drugs? Is somebody like drinking too much or taking drugs? The answer is true. That's what I just got energetically. Is somebody cheating? They might be cheating emotionally, which means like they're on the phone with somebody they shouldn't be on the phone with, or they're texting or emailing somebody and having kind of like an emotional affair. I don't feel like it's physical. So like that, go with your gut feeling. There's a few people out there, maybe not in the chat, but that are watching, because there's 12 people that I could say. People in the house. Give me a thumbs up, please. Do a bitch a favor. But anyhow, yeah, there's somebody out there that's wondering if somebody's like distancing themselves. And the answer is yes. And you need to have a talk with them if you want to work on your relationship. Okay? I don't feel like it went physical at all. It's just like, started out as just like kind of bitching and complaining and joking around to each other, but they could be joking around with you. They could be talking to you, right? So, yeah, it's true. Something you've been thinking about is true, okay? And now, I'm going to get my other deck. Hi, Alicia! Alicia, how you doing? Hi, Eleanor! Eleanor in the house. Holly, how you doing? Nice to see you. See, I do have a daytime audience. And you could thank Eileen Root. I call her my bayo. You could thank her for that. She told me, she was like, I know you're depressed like when you're doing your art videos and you think not a lot of people are watching you, but you're doing it at night when everybody's sleeping. Except abnormal people like me. And she said, try doing a live during the day. Maybe you'll get more people. So I'm glad that I'm doing this experiment, because I really thought that something happened and I wasn't able to go live anymore because it wasn't working in my house. I was able to do videos because I had a paid video that I just did for Gemini, a Gemini person. But, however, I wasn't able to do the lives. So I'm glad this is going through. 31 minutes in. I'm going to get another deck of cards. So think of some questions, guys, and just meditate on them. Dalton and I are breaking up. I didn't know you were going out with somebody named Dalton. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that you went out with him. I'm sorry that you're breaking up. Yeah, I haven't heard from you. I checked your YouTube channel, but I didn't see you dancing on it much. I didn't see anything new. I think I'm up to date on everything. Miranda, my fiance, is a Gemini. Oh, really? Well, some of the things I said in my 3 videos that I did for Gemini, previous, like yesterday or the day before, might resonate with him. I did 3 videos for a particular person, and it's her energies. But sometimes I have people that tell me, hey, you did a video for Sagittarius, but some of this, I'm not a Sagittarius, but some of the stuff that you said resonated. Okay. All right. Let me put you down for a second. Oh, that is not a pretty angle. My head looks like it's blown up. You know what it is? I think it's because I have a lip gloss on. It was supposed to be, my lip gloss was supposed to be gloss. I mean, it was supposed to be peach, but it's not. It looks like I have dead lips. Like I'm going in a coffin. All right, hold on a second, guys. Yeah, Alicia's a Sagittarius. Carol Plant! Friday! How you doing, Carol Plant? Connecticut in the house. You were right, Bayo. I should do more lives during the day. And if I could do them in my car, it's much better than being at home. Because when I'm at home, there's always things to do and people distracting me, I'm just putting on a little lip gloss. School is Monday. Yeah, school was supposed to start for me this week, but it didn't happen, so that's okay. I'm so sick of stressing about it. I wish you a beautiful year. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful year. And that goes for all the teachers out there. Teachers and paraprofessionals, I wish you a beautiful, easy year. Do I think that's going to happen? And no, I do not. Okay? Because I see something. And when I was at that meeting, I didn't like the way the meeting was going. In terms of ED, and Carol will know what that means. A lot of people might know what that means. They're mainstreaming a lot of ED, emotionally disturbed children, into the regular classrooms, and that's what they've been doing in New York for many, many years. But they're not only doing that now in the South and everywhere, but it's always the teacher's fault. It's always the paraprofessional's fault. What did you do to make that kid throw that chair at you? What did you do to make that kid say F you? And you know what? You can move out of New York. You can move out of the East Coast, right? And I'm not, I'm namaste. I try to be namaste, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm like that. But if you insult my integrity and my intelligence, I'm not doing it. You're not going to get away with it. Or you're not going to have me come back to your school over and over again. The only reason why I'm going to go back to that school that I had the incident with, and I went back one other time, and I was like, it was lackluster. A lot of kids did hug me at the end of the day when they were getting ready to go on the bus. But during the day, teachers didn't respond to me. They were like, oh, I thought you didn't work here anymore. And I go, oh, well, I was busy. I was working in the other school, which I was. I was working in the school that I call the Taj Mahal of schools. Why do I call it that? Because if a kid bothers you or does something wrong, the principal gets involved on your behalf as a teacher, as an educator. They don't treat you like a piece of garbage. They don't say, what did you do wrong? You must have done something wrong. Here I am, a substitute. I'm doing you a favor. And I could pick any school, right? I have a smorgasbord of schools that I could pick, really, if I wanted to work. And that's how I used to do it when I was in my 50s. When I was 52, when I moved here, I would go all over the place. 7 to 10 schools. And my mother kept coming to me. My mother, who's in heaven, kept coming to me, and she's like, stop it. And I was like, why, Ma? Stop what? Stop it with all these schools. There's too many. And she went like this, 3. Like, make the 10 or 7 to 10 schools down to 3. And I go, how about 5? And she said, don't be fresh. I heard her. So I freshie over here still went to 5 schools. And I had a lot of problems. And it's like, it's not worth it. But now I really need it because we had so many adjustments on the house. A roof is 20 grand. We did get some insurance, but we didn't get all of it. And then the water system, filter system broke, and that was $333. So I told Devin, don't panic, because that's an angel number. And he was like, yeah, that's a lot of money though. And I said, yeah, but it's an angel number, meaning something good will happen. And he goes, yeah, we'll have clean water at least, because in Texas you have to. It's not like New York. You can't just drink from the faucet. You can't have your mouth open when you take a shower, because you get sick. You get stomach viruses, intestinal viruses. The water is not good. So when you take a shower, I keep my mouth closed. I can't breathe. I hold my breath. You know, it's a true story. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go off on tangents. And let me see what everybody's saying. Thank you, Carol. Virginia in the house. Virginia is for lovers. Virginia's beautiful. Connecticut's in the house. Eileen Root was here before. I'm not sure if she's still here. Carol's from Connecticut. Ernest, hello from Michigan. And my MB, Donna Becca's from Michigan, but first from New York. That's how we met and became besties. And she was my manager. Best manager I ever had. My only manager. Wish you could move to Texas and manage me here, but nobody would go for it. There's no houses to go to have parties that have parties. They look at me like I'm a devil. And then they just don't talk to me for 9 years. I told Devin, don't tell anybody I read cards. Don't tell anybody that, you know, I'm a psychic, because they will, first of all, I'm from New York, so to Canada Yankees. And that's not everybody, but why wouldn't I have one friend? I have all you guys, so I'm very grateful. But yeah, so Donna Becca was formerly from Brooklyn to Staten Island condos, and that's where we first met. Both of us were married on marriage number 1, and that's where we met, and our kids grew up together, and we hung out together, and we go to each other's condos and have fun. And she gave me a lot of parties from the people that she worked with in the bank, and drove me to Brooklyn, drove me to Manhattan for parties. I think even Jersey he drove me, and then all over Staten Island for parties. When people didn't want to pay, she made them pay. That happened. She was my bouncer too. And then she went from New York to Florida, and now from Florida to Michigan. I know somebody else's that just bought a painting from me. She moved to Tennessee, and now she's moving from Tennessee to Michigan, and her apartment's not ready yet. So she was in her, I think she had a trailer or something like that, and she was in that, but it was too hot. So then she rented a hotel room as she's waiting for her apartment. Imagine her apartment is in the same area as you. See the circle. Yes, 333 is the mystical numbers. Angel numbers, they say. Gotta go let the plumber in. I'll try to come back later. Okay. Yeah. It's hard. the keep up of a house, especially my house is 1970, and I am happy and grateful I have a home. I love my home. I just wish that it was around family. We just have my brother-in-law, that lives a couple of blocks away. Um, my family all the time. That's all I do is dream of them, and my house on 1 Avenue. That's the house I dream of most. But I do love my house, and I'm so grateful that I have a house and a home. But there's a lot of things that you have to do, and it's like the money that you have to spend is like, oh my God, I could never do this if I didn't have Devin. Miranda, I love where I live. 5.5 acres of land, over 100 chicken and a pond or fish. God bless you. Yes, that sounds beautiful. That sounds gorgeous. Donna Beck is cracking up here. Then I've done my job. Then I have done my job. If you're cracking up, if somebody laughs or giggles, even at the expense of my big round head, then I'm happy. Canadian is Holly with Holly, you have 5 kids, right? Because for some reason I feel like number 6. Sorry about that. Now this live will probably get cited because that's my phone ringer, right? If my phone rings, then that song comes on, and then YouTube cites me. It's not easy. I didn't forget about the cards though. I just wanted to see the chat. I wanted to give everybody. There's only 8 people here now. Yeah, yeah, you can't take the New York. You can leave New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl or the guy. And so a lot of people hear my accent here, and they think I'm tough, and they think I'm mean, and I'm like a little kitty cat. Unless you insult my intelligence, unless you say something about my kids, my husband, my family, or the kids in the classroom, that's when you'll see the toughness come out. The Fighting Irish. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I would pray every day, almost every day. I would pray, please, dear God. Like the houses went for sale, and I thought, oh, let somebody move in, because this used to work in New York all the time, Staten Island. I would pray, oh, could send a friend next door, because I would like a friend on this block, and person would move in, and they wouldn't be my friend right away, but then after a while we'll have barbecues together. You come over my house, have dinner, we'll go over your house. And that never happened here. And I was the teacher to a lot of people's kids on the block, and then they moved. But it never got so close that they invited us over. I wanted to invite them over, but it just never happened. It's like stupid. I have a whole big huge pool. I have a barbecue. We could be having barbecues and hanging out. I mean, it's not that we didn't have, we had a couple of parties, but they were Devin's friends. Like Devin's brother's friend became our friends, but I'm just asking for like one friend or a couple, like 2 people me and Devin can hang out with. They don't even have to live on the same block. But anyhow, sorry about that. I went off on a tangent, as usual, as per usual. You're learning as an Aquarius, and him as a Gemini. perfect together. Yeah, because you're both air signs. So your head's up in the clouds, but somehow he understands that, or the Gemini understands the head up in the clouds because their head is disconnected too. You know, they're like thinking of all different angles, and together you could have a lot of like mental back and forth without even speaking sometimes, make each other laugh. Uh, just, it might be hard. Is it hard when somebody, who does the Aquarius do the bills mostly, or maybe the Gemini, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury? I'm just looking at, even if it's, 11 in the house. I just want to see what you guys are saying. You're blessed to have your family live nearby. That's very good. During the holidays, we make gift baskets for our neighbors. Oh, that's nice. Well, a neighbor and eggs you give out. See, we had a neighbor that had roosters, and she had her 3 daughters were in school, the school that I worked at, and I was their sub several times. And then I don't know, as the girl, and we always gave them baskets for Christmas and Easter, and then they got chickens, and they would give us eggs. But then something happened, like towards the end of, right before they were moving. First of all, they didn't tell us, and I thought we were close, you know, in that way. So the little girl sees me unpacking my car, and she's riding by on a bike. She was twins. And so one twin said to me, "Oh, you know that we're moving, right?" And I was like, "Moving when?" "No, I did not know." "Oh, did my mother tell you?" "No, she didn't." "When are you moving?" I figured like a month, 6 months. She goes, "Oh, by Friday. But we'll say goodbye before we leave." No, they didn't. So it was sad to me. It makes you feel like, why bother even try to get close with anybody? So that's why I rely on Donna Bana, my MB. That's why I rely on my Bayo and Carol Plant, and you know, my people that I know from New York, and my people that I know from my YouTube channel, because I prayed to God for a friend. Back in 2019, I started this channel, but I've been living here since 2015. And guess what? God gave me 5,000 friends. Okay, now 6,000. But you know what I'm saying? Like, out of that, I've made friends. So I'm happy and grateful for that, and to have had her, you know, as a friend. I've learned my fiance, being a Gemini, has more patience than I do as an Aquarius. Yeah. Aquarius is a funny, though. My 2 sisters are Aquarius, and my brother and other sister are Pisces. And then I have an Aries sister. Yes, sir. And then I have, and then I'm a Virgo, the only Virgo, and yeah, the Aquarius, one Aquarius sister is sick, but she was very funny. She was always funny. She's very psychic. But she just didn't use it like I use it. But my Aquarius other sister is Patricia, and I'm very close with her. Like, I lived with her, and I always go to her apartment. I stay at her apartment when I go into New York. I was trying to think if I had more. And my mother was a Libra, and my father was a Leo. On the cusp of Virgo and Leo, but he's more Leo, I would say. He just said something funny to me. That's why I'm smiling. He just told me that I'm supposed to do what happened to the Leo reading. Okay, so, and that's something he would say to me. He was like, get on it, get on it. Okay, 1 second. Okay, guys, I just need to shuffle. So think of your questions. This is my love cards. So if you have a love question, I don't do these that often. These are my love cards. Just think of anything to do with love. Could be relationships, family, or anything love life. Angels, spirit guides, dear God, can I please have a couple of cards in terms of love relationships for my collective? These are all collective reads. Thank you. Yeah, we have a new person that moved in next door. Well, they didn't move in yet. They're fixing the house up. And the people that lived there prior never would talk to us. And I'm pretty sure they threw like a couple of cans over the fence to hit Casper, because Casper would always bark, like viciously bark. And that's because how else did those cans get over that fence? The fence is like 8 feet tall. So it would be like beer cans being thrown at your dog. Anyway, they moved out, and I said, I'm going to start a new, I said the prayer that I always say. But Devin said he saw them and they're really young. They're like probably in their 20s, 30s. And I was, that's okay, So we'll give them like a thing of cookies or something when they move in. I don't think I'll necessarily bake it for them, but I'll bring them something to start off on the right foot. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyhow, whatever you were thinking in terms of love or family or relationships, healing family issues came up. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So important and so hard to do. Your love life benefits. So in other words, your relationships that you have with other people, like in your love life, will get better as you forgive your parents, whatever they did to you. Okay? And sometimes you might say, hey, well, my parent tried to murder me, or my parent stole all my money, or my parent beat me up, or my parent was a drug addict or alcoholic. Okay? Doesn't matter. You have to move on. You have to be able to say, okay, it's a disease. Whatever they did, even if it was evil, you have to say, find a place in your heart and your mind that you could say, you know what? That happened. It was unfortunate. I deserved better. But I forgive you, because it's better for me to go on than to have that resentment and to forever, because you'll forever remain that. Think of it as a hole. Okay? Think of it as a cut, right? So you got hurt once, right? And are you going to take your nail and dig at that skin? You're going to say, no, one time I got hurt, and so I want to show you the blood. I want to show you the pus. I want to take off the scab. I'm not going to let it heal, right? And if you don't let it heal, that stays with you. That's on you, okay? Instead, we clean it out. We act opposite of whatever happened to us, and you try to see them as a child. And maybe something happened to them that made them snap, or maybe they are evil, okay? Whatever the case may be, you have to let it go, so that not everybody in the world is going to be like that. Not everybody in the world is going to hurt me like that. And then you'll start getting the people around you that are loving and forgiving just like you are. Okay? Does that make any sense? Or did I just confuse everybody? Okay, so healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And you might say, hey, Katrina, I had great parents, so I don't know what you're saying. I wish I could find somebody as great as my mother was or as great as my father was. Okay, in that case, don't hold your parents up to a pedestal, everybody up to your parents' pedestal, if that makes any sense. Don't, like in other words, you might get into a relationship and say, well, that guy doesn't treat me like my dad treated me, because maybe you were daddy's girl, or maybe you were daddy's boy, okay? In other words, don't put anything that was, negatively onto new relationships, because everybody is a different person, right? But they might have similar aspects, like a sense of humor that you enjoyed, or they might be very compassionate like your parents were to you, and they might be very loving, and those are all good things. I always tell Devin, oh, you remind me of my mother when you do that, or you said that, or you remind me of my dad when you're protective of me. The good parts of my family. Well, almost everything was good with my mom. Okay, anyway. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yes. I said that creepily, didn't I? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more attractive. Okay, so they just told me hold this card up again. I don't know why, but there's like a face up on the ceiling. You see that face on the ceiling up here? In other words, our parents, whether we like it or not, whether they were positive or negative, are always going to be the standard that we compare other relationships to. Oh, he's mean. He's got a bad temper just like my father. I'm going to stay away from him. She's bitchy and it's always bitching just like my mother, so I'm going to stay away from her. She's trolling just like my mother was, so I'm going to stay away. And you know what? If you do that, that's a disservice to that person, because you're not really getting to know all the sides to them. Okay? And it's not nice to say, like Gypsy Rose Blanchard says, oh, you're treating me like my mother did. You're controlling me like my mother did. Okay? Because she killed her mother. Okay? So that's not a nice statement. That's not a fair statement, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And the last one is let go of control issues. My daughter did a song called Control Issues. She did actually, I think, 9 or 10 albums. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And it's very easy for us to want to control everything, because we feel like if we control it, then we can control the outcome. No, let it go naturally, and give it, like how people say, give it to God. That's really important. Give it to your angels. Give it to God, or give it to your angels. Give it to your spirit guides. My spirit guide, one of my spirit guides is my mom. And another one is Shanann. And another one is Gannon. I know I have a lot of them. But sometimes I'm confused and I say, you know what? Please take this away from me. I don't know what to do. When you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Just wait. Wait and meditate. Okay, I'm not trying to rhyme, but I'm coming to the end. So that's all the time I can spend. Sorry. Yes, let go of control issues. pause and allow the situation to unravel naturally. Okay. I hope you like that. I did 2 different decks, and I'm just going to do 1 spirit card and then I'm out because I got some errands to do. And those of you who are waiting for my memoir, I don't know if there's anybody, but I will do it in a video, okay? And I'm just going to read the whole memoir, and then you could listen to it at your leisure. It'll say my memoir, okay? And I'll read it from page 1 to 33. Maybe I won't show myself. Maybe I'll just show a painting. And I somebody who cared. Oh. Guys, I think I have to go. I got a bad message. I'll come back. I'll come back another time. I love you all. I'll do that card another time. I love you all. I got an emergency message. Love you. Namaste. Namaste.